have developed what they say. I know the guy who runs it. He used to work for me out in when I ran a film-based product company as part of Thermo Fisher. We didn't do fluoropolymers though, and typical single-use manufacturing biopharma, the contact surface is polyethylene, and so again, these bags don't work super well in this niche cryogenic freezing of the intermediates. And Entegris has a quote-unquote proprietary fluoropolymer. I know some of the pharma companies have looked at it. It's targeted at fairly low size ranges, so the size that Savillex or Nalgene Nunc would blow mold, at least for now. And I don't even know that they've begun to sell it. And I know Arkema, who makes PVDF, they're one of the manufacturers of PVDF, has a PVDF film, but I don't think that there's been a tremendous amount of traction with that product.
Okay. Okay, great. So this is very, very helpful and exactly what we're looking for. I would like to just briefly review. So we've been talking about these sizes, and I'm just going to tick through a few of the things that I heard. So tubing and hose and fluoropolymer, it's big, and you would estimate 50 to 100 million, and that would be for the global market. Is that correct?
Yes. It may be bigger than that, to be honest, but that, just to put a stake in the ground, it's a big market. Okay,
so that was hosing and tubing, and all the numbers that you gave me, are those global market numbers?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So bottles, I heard you say 20 to 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
Custom OEM type parts, I heard you say 20 to 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
Machined, namely PTFE, I heard you say that's something that you know less about, but you wouldn't be surprised if it was over 100 million.
Yep.
And then we've got sheet stock, which is essentially a rigid plate, which is roughly 20 to 40 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then flexible film products, which might be converted to inert bags. This I heard also 20 to 40 million around.
No. That's the one that you got wrong. I think that's very small. I mean, to be honest, I'd say, but just to use a relatively round number, less than 5 million, but I suspect it's even less than that. It's probably less than 2 million.
So is that 2 to 5 million for the fluoropolymer bags specifically?
Yes, just for the bags. Yep.
Okay, but the flexible film is that 20 to 40 million?
I don't think so. I'm not aware of where that would be used other than the pharmaceutical industry, and I'm highly confident that it has not had wide adoption or really any adoption in the pharmaceutical industry up until this point.
Okay. Okay. So that's all very helpful. I think we will want to get more time with you, so we'll look for time tomorrow. And one of the things that we'll talk about is strengths and weaknesses for these various competitors that you've mentioned, those and other competitors. What I'd like to move on to now is to talk about more identification of end user segments and sizing of particular end user segments, again with a focus on molded or machined parts in PFA, PTFE, and FEP, with understanding that you can speak more to the molded side. So